That would help too. My bad. I'm just chatting to myself over here. That's what I get for going live at the last second. Again, thank you everybody
Yes.
for coming in. Billy, thank you for that raid. Thank you guys all for the affiliate anniversary wishes. And Flutterbutt, yes, this here is the Western Star 49X by Fummins and HD Modding. It's available on the SGA website, !SGA, if you want to be able to get the link for that. Works really well. PMS, you thought you broke something on your end. Nope. I do that all the time. Yep. GP Beard, thank you for that follow. Naleski, thank you as well for that follow. If you guys have any questions, do feel free to let me know. I will do my best to answer them.
What color are your socks?
I'm not wearing socks.
Okay, there you go. He did his best to answer it.
Yep, I'm not wearing socks. There's your answer. The chickens. Chickens. Thank you for getting those shoutouts, KW. I do appreciate it. I actually need to go up and check on my sheep. It's been a day or two. How long is my beard? My beard is about 10 inches long right now.
Good question from GP Beard.
Yes. Us bearded folk need to stay together. You do have a minor group. You should be worth more than the tomatoes. I would agree with that, Brew. I'm a strawberry guy. I can get behind that.
Right.
No holes, thank you again for the anniversary wishes. Farmer Marks, yeah, all kinds of people, wow. Lots and lots of anniversary wishes. Thank you all, everybody. I do appreciate it. I got my sheep up here over in the corner. A little red lights on. I need to take that tree down. It's right in the way. Right in the stinking way. Okay. They haven't finished that bale off yet. I've still got 5 more bales there, so that's good. Alright, there, Hazmat Official. Aggression. It's sarcasm, it's not aggression. Yeah, I gotta take that tree down at some point. It's right directly in the way of me getting into that sheep pen.
So you get Dave to put some of his dynamite together so we can remove things gloriously.
Yeah. Actually, here, let's do this.
Not possible yet. The current engine.
Yep.
Photos, we're gonna put this in.
We could, yeah, visibility nodes aren't even a thing currently.
Where the heck is the... Who's more? 1 second, folks. There you go. That's me. With the beard.
Yeah, it's a beard. He looks like something out of a horror movie, but no.
Yeah, you know, you're not wrong.
I was actually going to say young Grizzly Adams, but
yeah, that's true. What's that guy's who was on a Little House on the Prairie?
I don't know. I do love the the whole fact that it looks like it's wintertime still, but it's June. Started in my my olive orchard here. I plan on putting the grapes up on the hill, but I think that came out alright, following the road curve there. I'm not that young. I'm close to pushing 40.
He's a puppy still.
But I appreciate you saying so.
Well, some of us 40 is like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting close to it, yeah. He also has Dave's problem. He's turning into a stick.
Yep, my back's all messed up. It happens.
Yep.
My combine dropped stuff on the ground after I parked it. Kind of irritates me.
I won't say what it did.
Yep. But I'm making a fairly nice little yard out of this place, considering what it was. Let's see. Where was I at? Thank you there, WR Moss. Yep, that combine took a poo. I have completed 144 contracts.
Wow.
And played
We've
for a
been
few
banging
hours.
them out.
I played for a few hours.
A few. How many hours you got in?
102 and a half.
Oh, I got you beat.
Need to figure out where they're
109.8.
hiding the material handlers. There you go. I'm gonna use my little chair here and sleep for the next day. That's since Sunday night when I got last Sunday night, so 13 days. 11, yeah, 12, 13 days. I have a method to stacking these. Works rather
Method
well.
to the madness.
Yeah, well, that's how I put 100 and something pallets, or like 90 something pallets on here. I do 3 stacks of the tomatoes from the back and 3 stacks of the strawberries in the front, and it lets me put 2 stacks of lettuce in the middle. Or lettuce. Fury and Jers, thank you for that follow. I do appreciate it. How are you doing today? Alright. Do we have any contracts this morning to do? Doesn't look like it. Field 8's a long ways up, but it's a decent little price. How's an auto seller? Well, the auto sell costs you about 30% of the profit, Flutterbutter. So if you use that, you can take about 30% off of the sell price. Yeah, that's kind of what I said. I'll take the oh wow, thank you there, Randy, for the 3,000 bits. That's awesome. I appreciate that, sir. Yeah,
Happy anniversary.
Appreciate it. It works to just leave the trailer here as I load it up. When it starts to get full, I'll grab the truck and take it up to sell it. Same with the honey. I just stack it up till I get a bit, and then the next time I empty the trailer, I'll grab all the honey, stick it on the trailer, and go sell it. It seems to work itself out.
I sell honey. I sell my products once a year when the price is the highest. So
Well,
the honey stacks up in big stacks. It'll be 4 trailer loads probably.
Yeah, I plan on doing that, but in this case, my trailer was starting to freak out with all of the pallets from the greenhouse on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, I'll just go sell it because I know they'll get full again before then.
Honey, save it up for the cereal factory too.
Yep. Oh, thank you for that, Impact.
Hey, Impact.
All right, I need a mulcher. Where's the mulchers again?
The happy little mulcher.
Yeah, where's the little mulcher? There it is.
I'd be quick to beat KW, that's for sure.
Yeah, you do.
About half of that typed out, and he was blink. Oh, wow.
That one's 6 meters. That's the biggest. Guess I'm buying that one. You can do the brands by alphabet, but as far as the categories, I don't believe so. Faster when you're awake? Yep. KW's been putting in some long hours too.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he has.
I don't think he
all of
sleeps
us
either.
streaming like crazy.
He wants it to end.
Bad note about it. It's not gonna end, KW. It's only gonna get worse.
Well, the plan's to go for at least 22 days.
22 days. If we can make it.
Without stopping. So, we're at 13. No, 12.
I might have to stream from the wedding if you guys screw it up.
Oh, no. I think I
Oh,
might
that's
do
right.
my...
You got a daughter getting married, don't you? I forgot about
Yep,
that.
and 3 more days. If they don't put us on lockdown here in New York. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the worst was the start, the 41 hours. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think...
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I saw you sleep at all after the beginning of that for a while. You were in, like, everybody's streams constantly. It tends to take a toll on you.
Yeah, especially somebody of his age. He's older than me and Dave.
KW, he's just a young pup.
After this, he'll feel old. I guarantee it. I'm probably gonna get banned from my own stream.
That's right. He's not old. He's just experienced. It's like playing a video game. Think of every birthday as a level up.
Wow, that's a first.
That's what we're doing there, Flutterbutter. We have had continuous coverage of an SGA member streaming FS22 since 3 a.m. Friday before the release of the game with the early access. We've had continuous coverage of one SGA member or multiple SGA members streaming one into the next.
Yep.
Yeah, since the 19th.
The 19th.
That started at 3 a.m. that Friday.
That's when it started. FS22 coverage. If we keep this up, we can make it until FS25 comes out.
Ooh,
I don't think we'll manage to keep it going that long.
Ooh.
KW just
Well,
went right. Remind me to time out Dave next time I see him.
Yeah, he busted his environment file, I think.
I think so too. I need to have somebody send me their original, and I was bad and I forgot to back it up. We need the news bulletins running down at the bottom of the streams. Probably, yeah. Oh, and I gotta figure out, I don't know if I want to go tomorrow night or Friday. Start my 24-hour. Still trying to figure that out. My wife's probably not the happiest about it, but she'll understand.
Will she?
And if she don't, she'll just hit you with something and watch it shatter.
Yeah, see, do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, right. With her? Yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking I'm talking to Lost Guardian over there. He's like, even after you told him to back up his environment files first before doing anything to it, I went and messed with mine and I didn't back it up. I don't. Yeah, I gotta set that up. I keep meaning to there, KW. The closed caption. I gotta get that plugin put in and set up. Thank you there, Henry. How are you doing today, sir? This just in, Farming Simulator Academy is up and running. Did they add more to it today, Impact? Did they add a bunch of stuff to the Farm Sim Academy? It's about the same as where it was. I'm doing alright. Oh, just making bulletins. Gotcha. You had me thinking there was something going on. I didn't see. They didn't have any mods come out today either.
I don't know.
I don't know sign language, KW. I wish I did. I don't. But, yeah. I need to remind myself when I get done streaming to make sure I get that set up right. See. Plugin. I'm making notes. Right there. Does it pop up on FSL when you logged on? Interesting.
I think they let the frost go just a little too far.
This is all my doing. I messed with my environment file so it would snow like crazy.
Oh.
To the point where I had like 3 layers of snow and I was plowing it with Fummin's plow. To the point where it was about the middle of those bins in height over there.
Oh, God.
No, I didn't mess with my save file, Brew Crew. All I did was mess with the environment file in the map. Fummin's messed with the with his save file, and he screwed up his save file. So I learned quickly not to do that. I did not, Henry. Must be something that shows up in the wintertime. I haven't really been on Erlengrat. Oh, we're trying to make it snow more. See how big it could get. Yeah, I just wanted to see how well the plow worked and stuff like that, so I was messing around with it some. I can't help it.
Y'all have to understand, that's what he did for a living during the winter.
Yeah, I used to plow snow. I used to plow snow. I used to do construction. Yes, you can. It will push crop. This mulcher's kind of cool. I like it. Does the game calculate profit? It should. Beep. Washington Farmer, thank you for that follow. How are you doing today? Do appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. Recover 3 trailers when you pick it back up. Yes, Flutter Butter. It will remember how much is in the pile when you put it on the ground.
Let's see, a familiar name that we all know.
Yeah, who's that?
Cardiff.
Oh,
he's been streaming a lot more.
Oh, Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's he was working for a bit there on a farm, I believe. He's back to streaming a little bit now and then. He loves it when I come into his channel. I'll drop a nice loud sound emote and scare him out of his chair.
I did that. I turned around and I hit him with a 20 about a week ago, and I thought he was going to have a heart attack.
Yes, this is the vehicle control add-on, VCA. It gives a dumbed down version of the GPS mod. So what it did was it auto-sensed the width of my implement, and it locks on to the angle I want to lock onto. So when I come around the corner, you see how it's red, I have to straighten out my wheel, press a button, it'll lock me onto that line, and it will maintain that line going down the field. It lets me know how much I need to skip to do the rows so I'm not turning quite as sharp at the end of the field, and then I can come back on the opposite rows on the way back. I'm getting used to it a little bit. That's what that green number is right above my speedometer. So I've got a little bit of a gap that I missed, but shouldn't be too bad. Yep. I'm manually turning. The minute I turn the wheel, it will break the line. You can't really go too sharp of a corner, Henry. It doesn't like it.
Be very hard to harvest because you can't get the combine around the corner.
Yeah, it doesn't like the corners too much. It'll actually go red when you're trying to plant them and tell you that the angle's too sharp. It's just helping keep me straight, yeah. It helps me keep in a straight line when I lock it on. I still have to do the turning. I still have to stop and slow down and all of that. It's just good for keeping a nice straight line going down the field. They'll have to tweak the code on the AI to help make it better. No, I've got pedals, so I just hit the pedal and drive. If I let off the brake, if I let off the gas, it'll slow down or stop. You can combine it with, for longer fields, yes, you can combine it with cruise control. Yeah, I got them on sale. It was a steering wheel and pedal set. Oh, really? You're gonna miss that little piece? What's that?
Just back up, you'll get it.
Oh, yeah. Come on, guy. Why are you off to the side? Well, he doesn't want to line up for this run for some reason. There we go. That's one of the things that's one of the things I don't like about this over the actual GPS mod. Is the GPS mod you could narrow it a lot easier, so you could help it cause a little bit of an overlap to prevent things like that. Not GPS, Volios. It's the vehicle control add-on available on GitHub right now. You cheeky bugger. Well, like I said, at least with the GPS mod, it was very easy to adjust your width, so you could have a little, like a half a line overlap. This one doesn't like to do that. It works in the short term, but I definitely want to get the actual GPS mod when it comes out. But the vehicle control ad is currently available on GitHub. Unfortunately, I do not have a link to it myself. I did not save the link earlier when I was there getting it. You'll have to whisper it to somebody, one of the moderators in chat, Flutterbutter. My chat doesn't allow links. Sally, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. How are you doing today, Miss Bridges?
Hey, Sally.
There we go. That's the one. Thank you very much, KW. I appreciate that. All good on the French map without cheating for a change, although the game cartridges have helped out a lot. Yes, they have. I've managed to find quite a few of the collectibles on this map myself. Twice, even. That's not going to fit in there. I need to find a spot to put this. I guess I can put it over here. In the bushes. I don't think this one's going to let you put it down while it's folded. A lot of these implements don't seem to let you put them down when they're folded. There, like that. Now I need to see, do I need to cultivate that field or plow that field?
Now you wait until Darius gets back and it'll have a nice thick layer of ice all over.
It needs lime. I might have to reload my lime wagon. I can't remember if I left it full or not.
You all have a good day. I've got some other things I've got to do.
All right.
I'll catch y'all later.
Yep. Thanks again for the bits there, Randy.
Yep.
You can lime before or after. And normally you'd want to plow, then cultivate, but it doesn't really matter the order of operations as long as it gets the plowing when it needs it. Where's that outside line over there? I can't tell. Oh well. Oh, I'm gonna have to cultivate first. I will have to cultivate first. That's right, it doesn't let the mulching go with the cultivating. That's alright, we can fix that. Since I don't need to plow this around, I'm gonna just cultivate away. Yeah, see, that's way off. It shouldn't be like that. Oh, had to sneeze. You plow, cultivate, lime, fert, pick up the rocks. So, yeah, that's one good way to do it. How's it going there, Maki? How you doing today?
Hey, Maki.
I need to run some headlands on this end of the field so I'm not driving into my other field there. Since I have crop destruction turned on. It can be Flutterbutter. It can be DJ Nuke. Thank you for that happy anniversary. Not the tractor I'm worried about destroying the crop, it's the cultivator. Tractor having care tires on it after all. Thank you as well, Amaki. Alright. Ah! Hate it when I hit buttons on the wheel like that.
Mm-hmm.
And howdy to you as well there, DJ Nuke. How are you doing today? How is everybody enjoying their Farm Sim 22? I'm doing mostly good. I'd say that's about an accurate statement.
Mostly good.
Well, it's a bunch of passes, but you only plow lime when needed. Exactly. Yeah, I only plow and lime when I need to.
Tend to plow every time.
I mean, it depends on what's planted, too.
Yeah, do you mulch?
I did. Actually, it's the first time I've ever mulched. So I mulched, and now I'm cultivating. I will have to do the lime pass after that, because I need lime. And then I'll be able to get ready to plant this with something. This is the vehicle control add-on, Farmer Trainer. It's got GPS of a sort built into it. I'd prefer the actual GPS, but this will work pretty decent in the meantime.
Maybe I'll mulch and then I got 2 big fields left.
Yeah, unfortunately mulching creates that, it changed the field state type thing, so it won't let you lime it before you cultivate. There are some cultivators that will act as plows, but they don't technically count as cultivating because of the way they're changed. The game won't recognize it as both.
And it's basically the root crops and corn that you can't mulch. You have to plow, right?
Add-on from the Mod Hub. What's an add-on, Music Man? Are you talking about the VCA? If you want VCA, it has to be gotten from the GitHub download site. You don't mulch, you just run double tractors per field because you're lazy. Well, mulching is supposed to get you a, what is it, a 5% yield or something like that bonus?
5% bonus.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Improving
But
yield.
you can't mulch
Mulcher.
root crops.
Nope.
Which ones? Or sugarcane or corn? Right.
Yeah, root crops, corn, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, sugar cane are technically require plowing after every harvest.
Right.
So what you're saying is wasn't letting you slightly overlap, but if you auto lining it up yourself, you'd be just manually creating the half overlap. Unfortunately, no, not with this. With GPS, you are allowed to create, you are allowed to like shrink the width pretty easily. So you could shrink it from 7.6 down to like 7.2 meters. So it would naturally create a little bit of an overlap. It's not as easy to do with this particular mod. You have to manually type everything in. So it doesn't work quite as well as the GPS mod does. What I mean is, like, here it shows my working width. I'd have to manually type this in. With the GPS mod, it lets you auto select it, and then there's just a little plus and a minus arrow so you can more easily shrink it down. You run mainly cotton and grass. You like the sheep and cotton harvesting. Nice, right on. I like that they don't necessarily make you have to rotate your crops with this version of Seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a nice added layer of complexity, but at the same time, it did get a little annoying with precision farming. It's just kind of guessing. I am manually turning, but what happens is, like, when I do this, it snaps to this line. So if you're looking at that blue line, when I go to pick up the thing, it's going to go red. And if you look, it snaps down a red line. That's where the next row should start. So I skip a row, and that's where I need to line up for the third row. And then I would lock onto that line. Volts Drop, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing today? Yes, I'm following that little red bit. And what it does is it'll automatically skip to the next set every 7.6 meters with this piece of equipment. If I wanted to create that overlap, I'd have to say I want it to skip every 7.2 meters or something like that, and it would create that little bit of an overlap on the implement every pass. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Well, I didn't mind the crop rotation myself. It was kind of neat, but then when precision farming came up and you had to worry about your soils and things like that, it really became a bit tougher to do. Toddy Bowman 3, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the channel. I do appreciate it. How are you doing today? If anybody has any questions, of course, do feel free to let me know, and I will do my best to answer them. Hey, you're gonna cover now, aren't you? You can. Like I said, you still can do that, but it's not as intuitive and easy to do as it is with the GPS mod.
Hey, what's up?
Wheels. How
How's it
you
going
doing,
there,
Wheels?
Wheels?
Pretty good. Just
Were
trying
you
to get-
planning on streaming today there, Wheels?
Yeah. Actually, in about 10 minutes.
Alright.
I can wait a little bit if you're...
No, Billy had to cover some real life stuff, so I'm pinch hitting, as it were.
Okay. Yeah, I was planning on starting at 2 my time, which is about 10 minutes. Trying to get
Alright.
myself in the door and...
Yep,
Yep.
I hear you.
know, I heard Billy right at the end, but I was driving, so...
Yeah, well, I just happen to be sitting here, so it's like, you know what? Not a problem.
Yeah, hey, why not, right?
I will make sure that streak stays alive.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was planning on streaming until Scurvy came on. It looks like he's not going to be around.
What time is he coming?
Potentially.
Was he coming?
4 to... So it would be 4 to 6 my time.
Thank
But
you for that, KW.
I was just
3
gonna
to
go
5.
until I was just gonna go till you were live. If he
And
Right.
yes, Toddy Bowman, GPS is coming out. Wobster is working on it, but it's not quite ready yet. I believe last I heard he had it into the game. He was just doing testing to make sure everything was working fine.
yeah, I put down 2 to 4 just to give Scurvy a window if he wanted to stream, and then he's like, "Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it." So
You know, I'm normally 7, but hey, if you want to get out earlier, I just
no, I
didn't. I didn't want to go live at whatever it was, 2 o'clock.
no, I mean I'm good until you're
But
ready. So I mean,
I'm
like,
good with I haven't streamed hardly at all, and
I was gonna say, yeah, you really
I'm
haven't,
good until
Dave.
you.
so I'm gonna be doing some map work for a while. It's gonna be a long.
Okay. Well, I'm good till you're ready, pretty much. I did that for him just so we could like give him a part in the action.
Oh yeah.
Just rather than go until 6.
And then actually, I don't know if Yosho's on today at all, or
I think he is. Yeah.
I think he is.
Let's see. Let's look at the old calendar. No, he's actually not on the calendar.
All right.
Doesn't mean
Flutterbutter
he
says
won't
we need
be.
a girl in the group.
Well, actually, we got our calendar looks nice and neat.
nice
Our
and
problem
full.
is we don't look at it.
I know when I'm going. I
I
suppose.
know that's the point.
Yeah. Yeah, the Forager animation is really, really good this time. A lot of the particle animations that they added look really, really good. Another one of those little small underrated changes that they never even really talked about. Other than this, we've changed the animations and we've changed the textures. And Boonkins, no, this is not a modded map. This is a standard Elm Creek map I'm playing on. I started out as a new farmer in the southeast corner of the map. Southwest corner of the map. I get them confused. Southwest. So I started out as a new farmer. I have currently bought the farmland down here, these sets here, as well as this one. I've also got the oil factory, the bakery, which is over here, and the grain mill are currently ones that I own. I agree, Johnny. I agree. It would be a much nicer property if we could demolish these buildings. From what I understand, we were supposed to be able to demolish a lot more buildings on the map, but Giants inadvertently set it up so we can't. I believe there's supposed to be a patch coming to address that as well. For anybody wondering, yes, this is my giant pile of lime.
Okay. Got all the mods updated. It looks like got it all up to speed there.
There you go.
Guess we're good.
But yeah, I very much like this particular property. It's pretty nice. It's fairly open.
Yeah, that's a nice little spot down there.
Really, Hope Belleron? Is that the one you're talking about, Bonekins? The French map with the balloons? I agree with Brukru. If I could get into these buildings and store equipment in them, I would love to keep them. But like that one particular building right there in front of me, I can't get in, I can't do anything with. It's kind of in my way. The grain silo I can't use is kind of in my way. I'd like to take care of those buildings, you know. I mean, the little barn up on the hill there. I mean, if I could replace it, I'd be good with it. I'd leave the house because the house is fine. You know, I've got that taken care of. But I've got that big, huge garage there that I can't get into or access, and that is kind of a shame. You know, if I could get into this building here, it'd be really nice. If I could get rid of it and move these sheds back so I had more room, that would also be really nice. Don't ask what mod I have that allowed me to demolish the buildings all from New Farmer starting plot. Yeah, the ones on the starting plot you can actually demolish. These ones here are missing a line in the editor that allows them to be demolished. There. Got that all topped off for the next field that needs lime.
So, looking in the editor, which I've been in a lot lately, as you know, a lot of the
No, you have not been in the editor, Dave.
A lot of the decorative buildings weren't. I don't think they ever intended to make them removable. Now, if you have a factory or something, it should be removable because it's in there. But when it comes to the barns and decorations, they're not made to be removable. And if they decide to do it to make them now, it's most likely going to require a new save game, just because it's already copied into your save game file.
I bet they won't.
I don't think they're going to. I think you might see if there's any factories or startup farm buildings that are in there that aren't sellable, they'll probably fix those. You know.
Yeah.
It's just just tag. I haven't checked that in depth, but as far as I could tell, if you own the property, you should be able to sell any of the factories that are on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt seriously they're gonna.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect.
I mean, yeah,
I wouldn't expect that, but that is one of my goals: is to make the buildings on the map placeables that can be sold off and available in the store to also be placed. And some of them will have additional functions added to them.
Yep. Yes, Queen Fran, I own the the bakery, the flour mill, and the oil mill. Will it let me hook up to this trailer with this?
I mean, they know that modders are going to get a hold of their map, so they're not.
Yeah.
I think they made their choice. This is what our, decorations are going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Which, is fair enough.
Now, I will say that there are some just rocks and stuff that inhibit you from actually creating a field because it's a
Yeah.
placeable object.
Yeah.
That's kind of a pain in the butt.
And Queen, no, you don't actually have to build them yourself. Not all of the factories are available on the map base, so some you will have to build, but the ones that are on the map you will be able to buy and utilize just fine without building them yourself. And Robbie 4200766, thank you for that follow. Queen Fran the First, thank you for that follow. Godin 60 ping, or Godon 60 ping, thank you for that follow. I apologize if I got your name wrong. Boonkins, thank you for the follow. Queen K87, thank you for the follows. Phew. If you guys have any questions, do feel free to let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. And welcome to the channel. Alright, so I've got that done. So this one is now ready to go. It does not need lime or plowing. Do I want to wait until this one's ready and turn it into one field? Yes, I do. So I will leave it vacant for the time being. What is my... Oh, you're going to be getting ready to go soon.
Once again annoyed.
Your oat, I think? Okay.
Because I'm rolling my seedbed. The rocks aren't disappearing. I thought that they're supposed to disappear.
I thought so too.
They won't get rid of so it says small rocks, but I don't think it gets rid of anything. Like
maybe the big rocks go away or something.
Nothing's going away.
The big rocks need the stone remover thing.
Vortex 99, how you doing today?
They're the same size rocks I get every time I plow.
So those are I don't think the roller actually is supposed to remove those.
Maybe the roller isn't working properly right now.
Could be.
Supposed to push them into the ground, and people said it was working on theirs.
Which roller are you using?
The smaller of the two that are made for rolling fields.
Yeah, I have that one too.
The small Dalbo? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see any visual changes except for it changes it in a slight bit.
Impact. If you look inside the VCA download, there's a bunch of sub-downloads. 19 is still in there. You need to make sure you grab the 22 and pull that one out.
Yeah, it changes it, but there's a bunch of rocks in my field still.
You're gonna have to run the de-stoner thing or whatever out of there.
Can't run that after you've seeded your field. It won't take them out.
You can't.
Right, so you're kind of
SOL until the next round.
You'd probably have to replow it to do that reseed.
Where is it?
It ain't worth it.
Restore that. Let me show you real quick what I'm talking about. So when you open up the vehicle control add-on, you've got this folder. You need to take this zip file here and put that into your mod folder. None of the rest of this is really needed.
Yeah.
And Meadowbrook Farms, sorry I didn't get to you sooner. Thank you for that follow. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the channel.
If you turn rocks off, they still appear. Okay. Well,
yeah, there could be an issue with the rocks themselves not acting the way they're supposed to at this point. Thought there's a rock collector that people keep taking. There is one. There's several different kinds. This is one of them here. It picks up the rocks, but it doesn't let you do it after you've already seeded.
Right.
And Hayrake said it worked for them to make the small rocks disappear.
The roller?
Yeah.
Not working.
I don't know. I did. I've used it.
Second time I've tried it after seeding.
And yes, Flutter, this Elho, the AI doesn't work properly with it. When it gets full, it will still continue to run instead of stopping to say it's full.
Dave broke his game. I don't know.
Can you use it after plowing then seeding, or do you have to cultivate?
For what? The rock thing?
Yeah.
Plowing.
I use it
Or-
right after plowing. It actually acts as a cultivator even.
No,
I've done both.
the roller.
Oh,
The
the
plow-
roller?
No, I only used it after I seeded.
Right, but after you seed a cultivated field or a plowed field?
I seeded a cultivated field.
I don't know if it mattered.
I am on.
Okay.
He's using the small Dalbo beard. I am on Elm Creek currently, Tutor.
I mean, it's just got rocks all over the field still after that's...
Yep.
So if you try to hire a worker, does the worker want to do it or no?
The worker will do it, but it doesn't take the rocks out.
Construction.
Yeah. I think those are technically the bigger rocks that you're thinking are.
Well, all I get is bigger rocks then, because it's the only size
Right.
I've seen.
Yeah, me too. And that's what I'm thinking. I don't think that whatever they're referring to by small rocks, I can't find. I just rolled the seeded field, but I didn't have any rocks left because I took them all out with the other thing.
So,
Is it working properly? Who knows? But
well, this gonna be one rocky mess.
I thought it was just like maybe a non-visual thing that just gave you a bonus, but you can tell a little bit.
Oh, it definitely,
Packs it. Yeah.
yeah, it changes it, so it might give you the yield bonus, but I still think I have to remove the rocks, seed, and then roll it.
Yeah,
No,
yes,
Steve, I have
yes.
not tried doing that yet. Thank you for that, Big Daddy. I do appreciate it.
Where I was expecting it to push the rocks into the soil and not be there anymore.
Right.
Come back bigger the next time.
Well, here's
they
how
don't
I
go
look
anywhere.
at it, Flutter. If you look at how much you spend on the game versus how much time you put into it, and do it as a cost analysis of how much enjoyment you get out of it, I've already played on this map for 103 hours, almost 104 hours. At the cost of the game, that is 50 cents an hour worth of enjoyment out of the cost of the game. I'd say that's worth it to me. But
I would say this: skip that dinner and a movie with your significant other, and you got a game.
or you
Just
could
one
take
story.
Gabe's advice.
You might also have a divorce.
You might only
That
want to
could
do that
be.
one time. I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
wouldn't
might
make
not want
that
to
a
do that
blanket policy.
frequently. You may not want to do that frequently.
That's why that's why I am not married. I skipped a few too many movies
Yep.
for video games.
All right, so and this is why I'm not 100% sure which way we have to do it there, Unrattler. When you look at this is the groundworking tools rollers on the Farming Simulator website, and it says regular rollers are used after seeding when the field is already cultivated and the seeds are in the soil. With a roller, you condense the soil and therefore increase its quality to increase the yield. Tip: if small stones are left on the field as a result of cultivating and because you didn't use a stone picker to remove them,
So
a
it's
roller
gotta
will
be
press
a
them back into the ground. Yeah, that's how it's
not going to
phrased
do it on
there.
a
So it's
plowed field. That's
Yeah.
probably my problem.
that could be. You might have a divorce. That would give you more time to game. It's a vicious cycle. that's a good one there, Fat Batman. For most games, the
You're gonna
games
get
I
in
usually
trouble.
get are free or under 10 and have more hours on them. Yep. Love the improvements that they made and I'm enjoying the game, but Giant's ability to test is extremely suspect. Well, when you only have so many coders and testers, you can only test so many scenarios. Versus now there's 1.5 million copies sold. It's a much bigger testing pool. Everybody has their own way of doing things, and they may not necessarily be right. That's just the way they're used to doing them, and that causes its own share of new issues that you haven't come across as a designer and a
Yeah.
tester. Especially when, like, if I'm programming, I know what the program's supposed to do. I've looked at the code. So when I look at the code and I know what it's supposed to do, I'm testing based off of what I'm supposed to do. If I then give that program to Dave here, for example, and he doesn't know how the coding works, he's going to start doing things that maybe the code isn't designed around that. And that creates bugs that I wouldn't have found because I know what the code's supposed to do.
Yep. Then there's the plethora of hardware configurations that they
Oh,
just can't
yeah,
test
absolutely.
on everybody's.
Everybody has different configurations, different hardware, different software, different things going on, so it tends to make it very difficult to test all of those scenarios. Saving up all my eggs from the chickens. I'm gonna have to get you to send me that environment file or something, Dave, so I can replace mine with the original.
Right.
Not that I don't mind this nice little frosty texture on everything, but it's June. Alright, do I have any contracts to do now that my field work is done until the next month? I do not. I've got some cultivating contracts. 34, 35, where are those ones located? Oh,
I
don't
will
wanna do
say
35,
this,
it's in a
though.
weird spot.
I will say this: there are certain bugs I think they should have caught.
Yeah, there are certain bugs they should have caught.
And I sometimes wonder if they did know about them, but just didn't have the time to fix them before release. Like that tree bug that the shapes just go wonky.
Yeah,
How could you
that
play
is.
the game? I mean, it happened on my very first tree.
It
you know?
happened on a couple of my trees, but definitely not my first ones.
I've had it happen to 4 trees so far, and I've only cut like 10.
Yep. Yeah, like, I mean, the truck pulling issue, that's something they should have caught. I mean, it's, you know. Digital says she thinks they left the tree bug in just to troll people.
Well, they did a good job.
You never know. You never know. I suppose I'll take that cultivating contract up on Field 8. I might as well. Accept the contract. It's $1,300. I might as well do it. I've got time to kill.
So, as far as your timing goes, do you want to?
Yep. No, I mean whenever you
longer, whatever you're.
No, whenever you're ready.
With.
Whenever you're ready is
Okay.
fine.
All right.
Like I said, this is just kind of a fill-in, and
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty much ready here. Just, oops, what happened to your stream? Oh, there. Okay. my Twitch is acting weird. It was twitchy.
no, that never happened.
Who would have thought?
I was thinking of replacing all the decorative
Alright.
trees, but then thought that would probably lose the visual change of the seasons. Yeah,
Well,
they can be a pain to deal with. It does add a nice visual look to it, though, having all of the elms and the different trees.
Yeah.
let's see. All right. Well,
Yeah.
starting soon here. Just
You're not wrong, Flutter.
seconds.
It is a lot of money for a game in the DLC. But I know, like, for example, on FS19, I have probably 4,000 hours of playing that game over 3 years. Did
Yeah,
I
I mean,
get
it's
my money
very-
worth out of it?
Mhm.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Yeah, depending, Flutter, how I'm not sure, but here's an example. I used to enjoy going to a casino, and I'll be honest with you, the cost. So say it's 87 US. I mean, 87 US at a casino is maybe a half hour, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, depending on what
Oh,
machine
you can
play.
walk up to a $20 slot machine and spend that in 5 minutes.
Right, and I'm not defending. Again, it is a lot of money, but the point is, I've put money into things that I haven't gotten as much enjoyment out of as I did this game. That's how I can put it into perspective. You know, I bought probably cheeseburgers, I bought beers, I probably, you know,
Yep.
I enjoy them at the moment, but come the next day, that enjoyment's gone. So
Yep.
I just put it in perspective. I mean, look here, look. I'll give you an example. Chicken wings. For a dozen wings, bone in is now $24 in my area.
Wow.
So I can enjoy a couple dozen wings. Don't get me wrong, over maybe a couple days or weeks. But the point is, still $87 for a game. I'm going to get more enjoyment out of than a wing that goes in and out. To put it
Right.
nicely. So
Yep.
that's how I look at it, and everybody can look at it different. Pack of smokes, you know, however you want to look at it. You know, this is my enjoyment,
Right.
and I'm okay with it. You know, I spent the money, and every day if I feel like playing something else, I can. But if time comes, I want to play this again, it's still there. I don't have to go buy another dozen wings for $24.
Yep. And I mean, the next
Yeah.
replacement game isn't coming for 3 years. There's going to be thousands of mods and mod maps and everything else to continue, you know, experiencing new things. And Tudor, you're not wrong. The Seed Hawk is missing. The biggest cultivator, I don't think ever had an option to seed, but they did take a lot of equipment out for this one, but they added a lot of equipment back in too. So
Yeah.
Well, I'm got it starting soon here up, so whenever.
alrighty.
Yeah, I agree with you, Flutter. Don't get me wrong, but back in, I want to go back to the NES days when I still enjoyed video games.
Right.
I remember my parents. My dad worked 2 jobs. I'm not going to. The whole thing is they worked really hard for the money, and I wanted a game really bad, and it was called Back to the Future. It had to be one of the worst NES games out there, and it was $70 at Clover's. And if I tell you what, I mean, I really wish I had that $70 back in a heartbeat, because that was the worst game that I ever
What
played
I-
on NES for the money.
What I look
I've
at
had
is
a few of those.
if I don't have Farming
Yep.
Simulator, I am looking to buy more games. A lot more frequently, and that's having one good $80 game or having one game a month that you have to buy, because this game for me will keep me away from having to buy games for the next 2 years. Because I enjoy it that much. I won't have to go out there and, ooh, there's a new shiny game, because I'll be stuck in Farming Simulator.
Yeah.
When I find a good game that I can put thousands of hours into, it actually helps in the long run, not because I'm not looking
Yeah.
for the next game,
And if it's about money, I get it. But if it's about money for a game, think about it this way too. This base game is what it costs. However, the modding community is massive in my eyes. And the thing is, they create these additional mods and don't cost a thing.
Mhm.
Now, you look at a game like The Hunter Call of the Wild, every DLC adds up.
Oh, yeah,
a
those
lot of the other
definitely
games with
do.
DLC. So the point, I'm just trying to say, with the modding community the way it is, you're going to get more out of it because the modding community is so big and
Yeah.
very talented as well. So you'll get free items for no cost.
A
That's-
lot of it too depends on what kind of game you like. If you're into simulation games, you'll probably enjoy it a lot more than
Well, if you're really into simulation games, which would you play more? $149 deluxe edition of Flight Sim?
Farm Sim.
Or Farm
Yeah.
Sim for 87
Yep,
with all
yep.
the DLC?
No, Flutter again. I'm not.
Oh yeah,
totally
the,
get you,
the,
man.
the,
It
the
is
Sims
money,
is pretty bad.
no
They
doubt.
try to nickel and dime everything. That's what I like about Farm Sim is there's so many mods out there that add to it.
And nobody requires to buy the DLCs
Yep.
either. Honestly, I just do it because I want to support the company more. So, and occasionally I find something really cool, or I might be able to get ideas for my next map from something. But
But on that note, we're gonna head on over to Wheels. He's gonna carry on the streak and the conversation in his channel. I do appreciate you all coming and hanging out with me while I filled in for Mr. Alpaca. Again, thank everybody for all those follows. So many to count. So many follows. Master86, thank you again for those bits. I know I thanked you earlier, but once again, thank you as well. Brought it up. I'll just do more overtime for a couple of days. Yep. Oh, you bought it? Yep. You won't forget it there, Flutter. You will not regret it. Not
Yeah.
forget it, regret it. Bought Steam version and the collector's edition. I've got the collector's edition supposed to be coming, and I bought the year 1 bundle from Giants myself. So, but the collector's edition copy of the game is going to be going to my oldest son, who also loves the game. So, once again, everybody, thank you very much for coming and hanging out. I do appreciate it. Oh, no, wrong screen. That screen. And we're going to go over to Mr. Wheels 247.
It's a Wheels.
Yeah,
Flutter,
gonna
if you
keep-
hang around, if you hang around the farm sim community, we would like it if you hang around the sim game community, because we
Yep.
enjoy hanging out with people. However, if you don't choose us, you hang out in the farm sim community, you're gonna find out that it was money well worth spent. And if you have
Yep.
questions or need help, we're here. I mean, I think it's a great community, and I have yet to come across a stream where they're not willing to help you out. So that's my
For sure. And I do appreciate the follow, Flutter. I look forward to many more conversations in the future with you and everyone else. There is the link to the Sim Game Alliance. Head on over there. It does require an email verification to try and keep the trolls out and the bots, but get signed up. You can check out all of the mods that the Sim Game Alliance members have created. There is a nice calendar there where it lists everybody that streams and the times they stream, and it will also tell you all of the different members and when they're live. There's currently 17 of us and growing. So it's definitely a good place to, even just the forums, to chat, hang out, ask questions, and get help from others in the community.
Mm-hmm.
And why am I not seeing Wheels?
You're not seeing me?
Now I am. You weren't in my list right off.
Oh, gotcha.
Wheels is gonna keep it rolling.
Yep.
We'll do our best.
And coming on over.
Roger.